Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. Welcome back. I think I'm running a little late today, so I apologize for that. Sorry, I'm just checking messages. So I'm running a little bit late, but not too late. We have been cleaning out some of the back shelves here at Allegory Gallery, starting a new year, trying to get some stuff figured out, things that we've had sitting on a shelf for longer than maybe a year in some cases. So I do hope that you enjoy these. I hope I'm also streaming. I'm not seeing, there's some number counts going up, so I must be out there streaming somewhere. So thank you for tuning in. If you're out there, please say hi. Let me know you're there so I know this is all working okay. Sometimes we have some difficulties connecting to Facebook. So hopefully we're all out there. We're all watching. We're all doing well today. So as I was saying, we've been trying to clean out the store. The ultimate goal that we're trying to do here over the next, I'm going to say the next few weeks, maybe few months, with Tucson being kind of in the middle of all that, is we are trying to, behind me, this wall that you see, we built this wall. It's a fake wall, and we built this wall to hide what's behind it. What's behind it? So what is behind it is the shipping and packing department of Allegory Gallery, which is a very small space. Very small. If you've been in the store, you know how small it is if you've ever taken a peek behind. It's less than half of this back room that we have here, and that doesn't count the microwave and the refrigerator and all that stuff that we have back there. So there are 2 or 3 shelving units back there. Full of mostly online store stuff. Well, one of them is full of online store stuff. The second one of those is stuff. Just stuff that I have to go through. Some of it is display and things like that we don't have other room for anywhere else. But a lot of it is stuff that, you know, sometimes you bring in a hank and one strand falls off somewhere and you're left with one strand and you don't know where it came from or what happened to it. That's kind of the thing that this is. So I've been going through some trays for part of today, and I found some things, and I thought maybe you all would like them. We'll see. If you all like them, it's easier for me to sell them this way at the moment than to try to create all new SKUs and everything for all these one item things. I'd have to create a SKU for each individual item. That's just a lot of work. So if I can sell them off here pretty quickly, that would be nice. Andrew said it's better than the old times when we used to unpack on the class table. Yeah, except right now that's exactly what we're doing. I still unpack new stuff on the class table, but at least we're doing packing and shipping for orders back there. Oh, that's what I wanted to see too. I wanted to tell you something. So I got an email today, and I'm going to pull that email up because it's from Shopify. And I wanted to say thank you out there to all of you. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Here it is. Just so you know, a lot of these companies are starting to send out statistics. Like if you are on Spotify with your music, you get a little note every month or every end of the year, every new year, telling you how much you listen to, what your favorite genres were, and all that. I just sent Andrew his from Audible too. Audible does the same thing. Well, Shopify sent us one regarding shipping and packages. So I just wanted to share that with you. In 2021, now this is just Shopify. This is just our online store. This is not counting the invoices and the things that we do through these lives and all that. We printed 1,045 labels. So that's amazing. That's awesome. For a brick and mortar, to have that many online orders and that much love and support around the world, I have to just say thank you for that. The other thing, which totally blew my mind, kind of, but I know you're all out there and you're all over the world. Our packages totaled they traveled a total distance of 104,544 miles in all. So that really blew my mind. So I just want to say thank you again to all of you out there who are keeping us busy, keeping us going. This pandemic has not been easy for any small business. It's not been easy for the large businesses. We've seen a lot of very big names go out of business during this pandemic. And the fact that we're still here and that we are growing and we are adding and expanding and doing all these amazing things at Star Cottage Studio, which I'm going to put that up there, because if you are not following us at Star Cottage Studio, I hope you will. We are also, I put the Facebook one down here, but Star Cottage Studio is also on Instagram, but you can find it anywhere just by typing @ Star Cottage Studio. So the only reason we're doing as well as we're doing is because you are supporting us. So I'm glad that you enjoy what we're doing. I'm thankful that you are all out there, and we love you all. And just wanted to say thank you. That email today, it made my heart happy to see that we're sending out all these packages and you're loving them. And we really, really do appreciate it. Andrew says, wowza, I remember when we used to send out like 20 packages a month and be so happy about it, right? Our original plan was not necessarily to be online. We were going to be a brick and mortar store only. We were going to have sometimes a special here and there online, but we were not planning to necessarily be an online store. And we're not fully online with everything. But in the ways that technology allows us to offer all these things to you, we can offer you pretty much everything we have in the physical store or the online store and get them to you. So please just be aware of that. If you're looking for head pins, if you're looking for, we just bagged, I don't know how many countless jump rings. So even the small things like that, if you need them, let us know. Let us know. And as Andrew said, yeah, we're still the little guys compared to some of the big names, but wow, amazing progress. And it really has. It has been amazing progress, and it's all because of you out there. We can shout out into the wind as much as we want, and we can go live as many times a day as we want, and we can take pictures of things that we think are beautiful as much as we want. But without you out there saying, yes, I like what you're doing, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. Thank you so much. And let's see what else is going on. Who's out here? Who is out here? Hello, Sandy. Sandy's out watching with us. Andrew said he's excited to even see what I found in the back. Yeah, Andrew hasn't been in the store for pretty much an entire year, at least. So he hasn't been in the store much through the entire pandemic. So he doesn't even know what's back there. I don't even know what all, I mean, I have an idea. I kind of, if somebody asked me, do you know, it's probably back there. But this is the first time really sort of trying to go through it and see what we can do with it here. So hopefully you all like that. Hello, Barbara. Thank you for joining in again. Hello, Amy. Good to see you here. Hello, Betty. Good to see you. Susan is with us today. Lauren is joining us again. Good morning over there, Lauren. It's a beautiful afternoon here. It's cold. It's been cold today. It's 19 degrees. The day started out with me. I got up early. Andrew was already up, or at least moseying around with the cats in the living room. And I got up and fed the fur babies today and got myself ready. I had to go buy pellets, bags of pellets for our pellet stove at Star Cottage Studio. It's finally gotten down into the temperatures where the split system that we installed, they're having a little bit of hard time keeping up with the cold. We were still at around 50 to 55 degrees. Nothing's freezing, nothing's going bad there. But I didn't like that fact. So I went over early this morning, bought pellets and filled up the pellet stove and got that running so that that can hopefully kick in and help the split system and get everything warmed up in there. So if Andrew wants to go over this evening, because he likes to work in the evenings, he can do that and it'll be nice and toasty, hopefully, or at least moderately warm. So I did that, and then I went and got breakfast. We went over to stop at, it's called Getaway Cafe here in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. They're the same owners of the Eastwood Inn, if you know that, if you're from this area or live here now. And they have a beautiful little cafe along the roadside. And I stopped in and got a spinach, mushroom, and Gruyere omelet, and also a Belgian waffle with blueberries, and a lot of tater tots because I like tater tots. So I stopped and got that, asked them how they were doing. They're doing they said they're doing well, but they're slow. They've been slow in the restaurant and the cafe. So if you are looking for a great place to eat, I do recommend them. We love going there. They're also supporters of the store here. So if you are looking for something, check out Getaway Cafe or the Eastwood Inn here in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. All right. And yeah, so that was my morning. I wrote about it. If you all are following, if you were here yesterday, William Tries. I turned it to William Tries Things because I had to find out what would work on all social media. So William Tries Things is my new page, and that's been going well. I've had a lot of people starting to follow and like the page. I'm really happy about where it's going so far. I've been talking to people today. It's been a really enjoyable experience, chatting with people and just, finding out what people are doing health-wise, mental health-wise, just bodily, just to keep yourself in tune, and what people's kind of, intentions are for the new year. So that's been really fun. Let's see, Lydia's out there. He is telling you the truth about the back. Yes, it's small and it's condensed and it's messy right now. But Barb, our helper, is keeping a lot of things tuned up in there. She pops in and just organizes sometimes. So it's really looking good. Or at least better than it did. But anyway, I was telling you that whole story because the idea is to get all of this back here over the next few months. I kind of cut out in that story and took a nosedive into something else. We're going to move this over to Star Cottage Studio is the goal. So a lot of our shipping and packing will be coming out of Star Cottage Studio instead of here. We will get rid of this back wall, get rid of this back area for the most part. The wall will actually slide back probably, and we'll make a little closet with it, or a little area where we still need our, kind of decoration for the store and all that kind of thing in there. But that's the goal. That way we will actually have much more class space here. So we'll probably gain enough room for another table because we have ideas for this year. As many of you know, our teacher, Jen, she had a very upsetting thing happen with her 17-year-old son. He was hit by a car as a pedestrian. And he is going through rehab. He is making great progress. They are happy about it, but there's a long way to go. So Jen is our normal teacher, and so we've not had normal classes ever since then. So we are working on trying to get some different teachers and some different fun things, but we need to make the space for all that to happen. So 2022, off to a good start for us. We are making plans. We are looking to expand on certain things, especially class offerings. Once Star Cottage Studio is more up and running, we're building furniture in there and getting it up for Andrew to get up and running there. So he's going to start doing more tutorials probably. And so lots of great things going on. And before I go too far, I'm going to check on comments because I may be missing things you're saying. And if I forget what I said, I'll forget why you're commenting, which happens a lot, especially today. Barb and I joke here when she's here with me that we often trade off. Like my brain was dead today, so she remembered things. Yesterday, her brain was dead, so I was remembering things for her. Just that kind of a time, right? That kind of a time. Suzanne is with us here. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see here. Rebecca is joining us. Good to see you here, Rebecca. Diane, good afternoon, Diane. Andrew was here the other day, but he was not here in any way that he's going through. That's what I meant. He's not going through shelves and digging around, right? Oh no, hello, Julie. Let me wave to Julie. In a restaurant, so no sound. Hopefully you'll still see good things. Can you read my lips? I'm not good at that at all. Let's see here. Susan says, but you both have been so kind to all of us. That means a lot. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad. A lot of people say things and they say them very lightly. And we're just not those people. And, when we say something, when I say something, I mean it. And that's always the way. Like Andrew and I both, it's kind of like when you talk about like runes, and they talk about that the runes had meaning because when you verbalized it, your word meant something, right? And the sounds that you create meant something. And that's kind of how I think about things. If I say something to someone, I mean it. And so when we mean we appreciate you and we appreciate your support and that we love you, we mean that. And yeah, so I like to make that clear, because I know a lot of people just say that nowadays. But it doesn't come naturally to me. I grew up in a very reserved kind of family. I mean, we loved each other, but you didn't say things like that. You didn't get gushy. You didn't get, you didn't throw around the love word very often. And so when I say things, I really mean it. So thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for keeping us in business. Thank you for being there for us. Hello, Debbie. Thanks for joining in. Andrew says, sometimes I sneak in at night too. See, he's sneaky. That Andrew, you got to watch. Susan says 22 degrees and sunny here. It was sunny today. It was pretty sunny today, but it was about 19, a high of 23. My watch says a high of 23. Suzanne said low in the 40s. You're finally dropping down. I know you were very hot for a while. We need to figure out how to make the one split system not pump out cold air when the pellet stove is going. I don't think it's pumping cold air. I think it's just too cold. I think they're supposed to shut down when they really are cold, but it's just colder. It's still warmer than the outside air, but nothing's pumping out cold air, at least, or shouldn't be. I checked it today. It was still warmer than it was outside, at least, and it was when it was probably 19 degrees out, and it was still pumping out some cold or some hot air. Let's see here. Susan says, that sounds yummy. Our breakfast this morning, it was. The Hubs loves tater tots too. I know, I could make, and I have. Sometimes my dinner consists of just a plate of tater tots, and I'll throw some salsa and some cheese and stuff on them, some lettuce and tomato, and kind of might make like a, I don't know, kind of a salad. It's a tater tot salad. But yeah, I do love that. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on. Andrew said, I might come in on Wednesdays until Jen comes back. That would be good. Andrew may come in and do some classes and stuff. That would also give me a little bit of time to do some other things too that I like to do or need to do. Hold on, my phone is dying. I always seem to get to this point in the day and my phone's dying. These lives take a lot, I think, out of our phone batteries. My phone's just over a year old and it doesn't last an entire day anymore, but I do these lives 4 days a week. So I do think that has some impact on our battery life because we're constantly depleting the battery and recharging it. Let's see here. Andrew says, but Jen is a nicer teacher than me. Andrew's, I think he's a good teacher. He's a good teacher. I don't always, it's always good for people who are in a relationship together to teach one another things sometimes. I don't know if you all feel that way or not. My mom and dad, when they were still married and together, were pretty awesome at working together. And they still are to this day. My dad is one of those people that he will not necessarily read the instructions, but if somebody is reading them, he will wait and let them read them. And sometimes you got to slow him down. But he's good at doing the work while someone else is reading and helping along. So my mom was always one to read the directions or read the instructions. And they worked really well together. But there are other people in my family who do not work well together. Andrew and I can in a lot of ways. But we can also get into some heated debates on things sometimes. But I think that's all part of being in a relationship. Let's see here. Susan is with us today. It has been a while. Good to see you, Susan. I hope things are going well for you. Rebecca, I know you've caught us in a live. I don't think I've seen your name pop up too often lately. It's good to see you. Every once in a while, Andrew or I will ask one another, have you heard from? Do you know where? And I know Andrew is going to talk to you, Rebecca. I see the comments here too about colors. Rebecca's work schedule has changed, so I haven't been able to tune in. Yeah, we're talking about maybe moving our slot, but we have to be very careful, especially now with the Great Beat Extravaganza. We're all kind of this wonderful group of people, and we're all trying to, not only work together in the Great Beat Extravaganza, but we're trying to coordinate so that our lives and those kind of things don't overlap too much or don't, air at the same time, just so that we try and spread the love around and the time around. So we want to, Andrew may pick up some extra slots when he does some lives or does some things. And that's some of the things we're looking at into the future. It may never happen. It might, hopefully, We talk a lot. We do talk a lot. And sometimes you never know after talking a lot what kind of things come out of that, right? We throw a lot of ideas out there. Having a small business, you're always full of ideas. Sometimes you're not full of anything. Sometimes just tired. But we do throw out a lot of ideas to each other, and some of them stick and some of them don't. So kind of in these lives, we kind of, especially me, I do this stream of consciousness talking sometimes, and I talk to you all. You all get these kind of inner secrets of what we might do or might not do. But I think it's good, because if you hear something that you hear me say and you tune into that and you really like that and you comment a lot on it, or you come back in the next video and ask, hey, are you still thinking about doing that? Then we know that that's something that you all might like, right? So even though for me it's kind of like I'm just blah, it does have a purpose too. It does have a purpose too. Oh yeah, Lauren says you can go up to the top of the video, press the 3 dots and say turn on captions, and then you can see what William is talking about without sound. That's a good thing to know too. I know on mine, Facebook just started giving me captions. I didn't even ask for them, which I think is a really wonderful thing, because we do have some people here who may need those. I know we do. So I'm glad they're available, and I'm glad they work instantaneously. Facebook has gotten really actually pretty good. Most of the captions are actually very correct for this on the fly captioning that they do. Andrew said, we never said the word love in our family. Cynthia and I have really tried to say it more to the kids though, since we didn't grow up with it. Yeah, that's, it was always one of those things that in my family too, we said it oftentimes. Like I always tried to say it to my grandmother when I ended a phone call, but it was one of those things like, love you. And she would be like, love you too. And it was like, it felt a little bit awkward, but we both wanted to say it to one another. And I'm glad that we did. But it wasn't just something that we threw around. It was not a word that was thrown around at all. Debbie said, I just bought a big bag of tater tots at the store. There must be a tater tot vibe in the air, right? I've been reading a lot about and watching a lot. I've been talking about this, about manifestation. And it's so wild how things happen when you start tuning into things and you start noticing them. But yeah, I wanted tater tots this morning. I was craving them this morning. One of the reasons I went there, actually, because I know they have good tater tots. And now look at you all talking about how you got tater tots going on. I love it. I love it. Amy says, I'm gushy with my kids. I tell them I love them until they get annoyed with me. That's good. I think that's very good. I always knew my parents loved me. And it went without saying. But it's always nice to hear, right? Suzanne had a lunch of tater tots Monday. She was ahead of us all. You started it, Suzanne. You started the trend. Sweet potato tater tots are really good too. I don't think I've had those yet. I don't think so. I've had a lot of sweet potato things, but I don't think tater tots. That sounds really good. Susan says, hope everyone is recovering from the holidays. It feels like it's been forever since last seeing you live. Yeah, we're recovering okay, I guess. There's no real recovery, I think. There's just continuing on here. But we did take some time and visit some family, and that was really nice. And that was some downtime that we kind of not entirely shut ourselves off from everything. We did a few emails for New Year's and some sales and things, but we did set the email aside a little bit and, set the social media aside quite a bit and just kind of enjoy time with the family. And that was nice, but it is a good reset, right? I think everyone should learn to take some time, whether it's in your day or take a day every once in a while. I would like to build some time into each day. That's my goal. Build a little time into each day just to take some time for myself and meditate and calm down and schedule things out and look at my calendar and just make that time, right? I think that's important, and it's important for me. So that's why I'm going to try and do it in the new year, right? Andrew says, your dad is like an Energizer bunny. Yeah, he can be. You know, once he gets going on a project, he will see the project through generally, which was not always the case. My dad had some issues with alcohol and drugs. That's what led to my parents not being together mostly. And he battled that for a very, very long time. And I think he's finally, you know, he's of retirement age, and I think he has finally come to the point where he understands what happened. He's staying away from things more. He's staying away from people who would be a bad influence more. And when you set him now on a project, even though he doesn't have the strength and the stamina he once had, he will go until it's finished. He will help you see it through. So I have to give him props for that. I have to, you know, we've mended things here over the years, and it's been really good. And he does help us out a lot, and is willing to help us out with pretty much any project we have. So, but you do, like Andrew said, he goes. So you just do sometimes have to halt him and slow him down, or he'll keep going sometimes. But I think we're all prone to that when we get excited about working on something, right? Let's see here. Oh, what else is going on? What else? How's everyone there? Andrew said, talking about working together between him and me, he said our brains work differently. So in some ways it's good, sometimes not so much, right? We are very good at taking different things and doing them, like splitting up things in the store, doing them. When it comes together to work on a project, I always use the analogy that if we were to pick up a piece of wood, let's say we had to carry something into the room, and we pick it up and we have to turn it. We will always be turning it in directions that battle one another. It's just the way our brains work. I always want to go one way. He always wants to go to the other. And it's things like that that throw a kink into things sometimes, right? But that's the thing, it's just the way our brains work. But in a lot of ways, it's a really good thing. But sometimes on some projects, it's not. As Andrew said, not so much. Oh, let's see here. Molly, yep, she's having her demo and construction happening. We talked a little bit about that on my my William Tries Things page. So if you have not, that's another thing. If you'd like to follow me on William Tries Things, it's now facebook.com/William Tries Things. I got enough supporters overnight that I could claim my actual username for that page, which led to me being able to claim my Instagram username. So it's William Tries Things on Instagram as well. And I also have the website, williamtriesthings.com, which I am going to be working on in time. I'm mostly going to do this on social media, but I do want to build up a website presence just so that it's there. When is the next GBE? The next GBE is going to be after Tucson. And if I can remember the dates, I want to say the 19th, 20th, but don't quote me yet. Let me look it up. TheGreatBeatExtravaganza.com. You can always find the information there. It is 18th, 19th, and 20th of February. 18th, 19th, and 20th of February. So be sure you're in the Great Beat Extravaganza group. You can always find the dates there, and you can always find the dates at thegreatbeatextravaganza.com. And if you're not a member of that group, get in it. I'm not streaming there today because we're going to be talking about all different things. And this is kind of this kind of cleaning out, you know, this is this kind of thing with these good prices. And we like to save these for people who follow our pages and are in our groups. I know that may be a little selfish, but we love streaming to the Great Beat Extravaganza, especially with new things. But, you know, we got to reward you all with some great prices on things once in a while for all of you who do actually follow our page and do subscribe to it and watch here. So that's why I'm not streaming there today. I'm streaming into our Design Challenge group. I'm also streaming into the Allegory page and the Allegory Gallery YouTube. Hello, Marianne. Good to see you here. Andrew thinks his streaming slot will be 11 p.m. Eastern time for Star Cottage Studio. So if you want to see what Andrew gets up to, he will most likely be streaming around 11 o'clock Eastern time. That's p.m. 2,300 hours for military Eastern time. And that catches people kind of starting their evenings on the West Coast and in Hawaii. That also, for our friends out in like France and England, they might be waking up. It's like a 5 a.m. type deal. So we might catch some morning people out there if you're morning people and watching in the Eastern or in European countries. So I think that'll be fun. A nighttime slot for all the night owls around us and for the morning people in other places too. Let's see, what else is everyone saying? Molly's up for that. Nice, nice. Oh, Andrew's talking about we have a meeting on Tuesday for the Great Beat Extravaganza. We always have a monthly meeting to talk about things. And we have a lot to refigure with the new variant, the COVID variant updates. I think that's what Andrew's talking about. A lot of us were going out to Tucson, and now I think a lot of us may not be. So that's gonna change some things that we have planned, secret plans. I can't talk about all these things all the time, but it's gonna probably change some things. So yeah. Let's see, what else is everyone talking about? Tater tot casseroles are big on cooking on Facebook. I bet. I like it. Andrew said, I took a day off yesterday. Yeah, sometimes we all need a day off, right? Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't have the energy to just keep going all the time. We're not Energizer bunnies as much as we would like to believe we are. And I'll tell you what, even those Energizer batteries run down at some point. So we all need a day off, right? And if those Energizer people want to say anything to me, I have some battery equipped things that could use new batteries if you think your batteries don't run down ever. Let's see here. What else is going on? Marianne says, stop talking about food. I have nothing interesting in the kitchen and it's too cold to go out. I know that feeling. Andrew and I, we don't buy a lot of food at once. We mainly buy food that lasts maybe a day or two, and then we go out and shop again. So things like the pandemic kind of scared us a little bit because things started getting bought up and we didn't have a lot of stock in our fridge and shelves and things. But we also generally have a lot of like beans. We do store beans. We have a lot of beans. So we have things like that, the dry shelf stuff that we do have sometimes. But so we ate a lot of beans, I think, at the beginning of the pandemic. But we do go out often, so I get that. We never have a lot at one time. Oh yeah, and we watched the movie that Cynthia recommended yesterday while we were talking about movies and whatnot. Something about Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Was that the title of it? I don't know if that was the title or just the catch line. But we did like it, except for the very first part. Not so great. I was like, ugh! And then it got over, and then we were okay. Teresa's joining in with us. Thank you so much. Donna says opposites attract. They do. They can. And Andrew and I are kind of, in some ways, opposite, but in some ways we're very much alike too, which really works. Obviously, 14 years together, right? 14? I think 14. 2007, y'all. 2007 to 2000, now 22. Heading on 15. Andrew says, I think sometimes the challenges happen when we don't communicate. When we talk, things go smoothly. When we don't, that's where the hiccups happen. Yeah, we both kind of, I think, grew up in families that didn't talk things through. And I think that just leads into every part of your life sometimes, right? You just kind of, like, my family is a big bunch of do-it-yourselfers. Like, we don't ask for much help. We're bad about asking for help a lot of times. We're all getting better at it as we get older. But growing up, you just did the stuff, right? And if you couldn't figure out how to do the stuff, you looked it up or you researched it before you asked anyone else, anything else. And that's kind of drives me crazy sometimes, because I think a lot of people weren't like that. A lot of people, know how to ask for help. Or so I always go through things and try and do everything on my own. Andrew's a lot like that. And so we're just used to doing things our way. And when you're working with someone, that's never the best way to do it, right? You have to do it the way that works for both people. And if we communicate, we do well. It's when we don't that things just start getting frustrating sometimes, because I'm like, why isn't he doing it exactly the way I think he should be doing it, right? That doesn't work. That doesn't work. He's a separate person, right? Let's see here. Molly said, loved all the great sales you had. Can't wait for my second mystery box. I think also, did I miss? Also, Suzanne said, I love the New Year sale. Got the focal I wanted since forever. I saw that when you got. That was nice. That was nice. I'm glad you were able to snag that up. Yeah, we're probably, I don't want to be one of those companies that live off of sales, that the only time we have any sales is when we're having a sale. We don't have the margins for that. Now, I can, in 2022, start inflating all the prices so that the sales, there's always a sale. If that's the way things want to, if that's what people want, I can do that. But we don't like doing that. We would prefer to give you good prices every day so that you always know whenever you're buying from us, very rarely are you ever going to get that thing for a lower price. Every once in a while we do sales. Now, as you may have seen when we did our New Year's sale, mystery boxes and Andrew's artwork were not included in the sale. And there was a reason for that. We're very careful. We try to be very careful. We know that a lot of people just ordered that mystery box or just ordered all those hearts from Andrew. And we didn't want you to feel cheated by having a sale that discounted all those things like the next day or the next week after you bought them. So we're very conscious of that, and we try to be very caring about that. Those items are generally priced as low as we can to begin with, and very rarely are they ever included in sales. But I just wanted you to know that we do try to keep prices as low as possible every day. Because I would rather know that the supplier I'm buying from, if I have to buy like out of the middle of nowhere, sometimes you need, eagle eye beads. So I want to know that when I buy them, I'm not going to be paying less or would have paid less a week from now, or, because they run sales all the time. They just happen not to be running a sale today, but I need them now. I don't like that. And it's not the way I like to shop. That's not the way I like our store to be. So we try to keep our prices low all the time, and the sales are a bonus. And that's the way we look at it. If we can give you a little bonus once in a while, that's great. Like I said, we make less money on a sale. We don't really build in the margins for sales. So these are definitely bonus type things. So I'm glad you all like them. But I do want to say that probably we won't have another sale until the Great Bead Extravaganza. And if you are not in the Great Bead Extravaganza group, you may never see the actual discount code. So I will urge you to go over to the Great Bead Extravaganza and join there. So you can get discount codes not only from us, but from most of the members in the Great Bead Extravaganza. Most of them give you great discounts during the events. Let's see. Oops, where am I? Harry is joining us. Hello, Harry. Glad you could join us. Let's see here. Uh-oh, Amy's having a weather day. Just can't seem to wake up. That happens, right? When it's gray and dreary, weather affects Andrew a lot. It affects me to some point. My doctor said that I have SAD, seasonal affective disorder. I probably do. I think I have it less as I'm getting older. I just switched over to anxiety instead. But yeah, weather definitely affects all of us, I think. I do like a gray day though once in a while. That I have on my side. As long as it's not for too long, I do like a gray, cloudy, or rainy day every once in a while. It's a little comforting to me. Let's see here. Ba, ba, ba. Everyone's working outside today. Harry's making tuna noodle casserole. I used to love that when we ate meat. I love a good casserole. I really do. I really, really do. Rebecca says I've been married 25 years. Sometimes it feels like 100. But that's good, right? It means you've spent a lot of time with somebody that you love, and it feels like it, right? It feels like you've spent a lot of time with someone you love. We'll say that. Let's see here. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, there's our friend Terry. Hello, Terry. I see you snuck in there. Good to see you here. Diane says, we've been married 52 years nearly. Communication is a must, right? You must communicate. You have to learn it whether you're good at it or not. Molly, 21 years. Rebecca loves the heart that she got. Awesome. Did you get the stag, one of the stags? That's nice. Lydia, 48 years. Nice. Susan says, we can't expect you to do big sales all the time. It's awesome if you do, but those margins are necessary for AG operations. And that's true. That's exactly what it is. We have expenses too. I wish we could just buy things and give them to you all, because that would be the best thing in the world. I would have so much fun just buying things. If I were felt like billionaire, I would just buy things and give them to people because it would make their hearts happy. I wish we could do that. We cannot. So until then, we'll sell you at the best prices we can. And then whenever you all buy enough that we're billionaire status, we'll start giving you stuff. How about that? How's that work? Hello, Sandra. Glad to see you here. I sent you a message earlier, Sandra. I don't know if you saw it yet, but check your Facebook. You have a message from Allegory Gallery if you haven't answered already. Let's see. Harry's been together 40 years. Communication is always needed, he says. I agree. Terry says, that is why your store is special. Thank you so much, Terry. Always good to see you when you stop by. I haven't seen you in a while, but of course we haven't been. It's been crazy New Year, right? I did see you pulling in the other day, right? Oh, let's see here. Just getting through. Fran is with us. Hello, Fran, out there in YouTube land. Thank you for joining us there. And I'm going to give that pitch since I saw someone on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, even if you barely ever watch YouTube, please go over and subscribe. We're trying to boost that. We've been trying to boost up our YouTube numbers for quite a while. Doing these lives has helped. We've gained subscribers this way. But the more subscribers we get, the better we can make things and the more we can do on YouTube. So, we don't want to focus tons of energy over on YouTube if no one's there to watch. So we're doing these lives, trying to get our numbers up and trying to get our viewership up over there. And then we can do more. We can do more things, especially if we can monetize. We can make money off of the ads, and that would help us compensate for the amount of time we put in that we'll put in doing things there. But we have to have 1,000 subscribers for that. They don't allow us to monetize less than 1,000 subscribers, and we need a certain number of watch hours in a certain period of time. So the more watchers we have over there, the more subscribers. All good things. All good things. Susan said, a race to the bottom just isn't a sustainable way to live. Very true. Very true. Andrew said, I like a gray day every now and then, but winters are hard for me. Yes. Andrew grew up in Florida. If y'all don't know, he grew up in Florida. I grew up here, so I'm used to this weather. I think it works well for me for the most part. But Andrew grew up in Florida with lots and lots of sun. And in the winter here, we do not have a lot of sun generally. Let's see here. Molly went back for one of Andrew's painted hearts, but it was too late for the turtle I wanted. Maybe next time. Andrew says, I have another turtle coming. Andrew has more of these paintings coming. This is just, we did the first wave of them. And we wanted to get the first wave out before we knew we were going to be traveling on for New Year's. So and seeing family. So he has more though. He has a lot more. He has a lot more coming. So get ready. He took a break yesterday. He's going to get back into working on some, I think, soon. So you should see some more of these coming out soon. And he does have another turtle, Molly. Keep that in mind. Keep your eyes peeled. And remember, sign up for our email list at the bottom of any web page at allegorygallery.com. You can put your email address in there, and you can get our emails, right? So what, everyone says, right? Well, here's the thing. Every once in a while, I talk about all these sales. Every once in a while, I send out a little bonus for just the email list. Sometimes just the email list gets a little sale. So if you're on the email list, you might get one of those. Also, if we ever lose track of anybody or ever lose track of our Facebook page, if Facebook closes us down for anything, if you've seen the things that sometimes people have gotten removed from Facebook for a while, you know what I mean. You say just the wrong thing or type the wrong thing, even in joking, and you can get banned for 24 hours. I'm not going to say them here. I just saw one today that was a little crazy, but I get it. You know, Facebook is huge, and they rely on algorithms and computers to do this instead of a lot of people. So it's understandable. They have billions of users probably. It's hard to keep track of. But at the same time, you never know. If something happens, the only way we'd be able to reach out to you all is people who are on our email list. So please join the email list. Get on that. And we also, when we have new arrivals or very special things like Andrew's Hearts, we send out the email to let people know they're now online. All right. Helen, hello, Helen. Good to see your name out there. I'm glad you're doing, I hope you're doing well. I'm glad to see you here. Let's see here. Andrew likes the idea of Hawaii, living in Hawaii. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like the idea? I don't think we'd want to compete against our friends there in Hawaii, though. So we might have to get into another line of business if we move to Hawaii. Let's see here. Sandra says, the painted turtle, I got the turtle. It has a good home. Yes, Sandra loves the sea life, right? I saw you grab that. I forgot it was you, but now you saying that, I remember. I know you love the sea life. Let's see here. Donna is counting the days to warm weather. Says, I'm with you, Andrew. I grew up here, but lived permanently in New Mexico and Texas, primarily in Mexico and Texas. Counting down the days. Harry says, I do not let the gray skies bother me. I have very high lumen cob lights, LED daylight color in my basement workspace. It's like noon summer light. That's nice. My back when I was diagnosed with SAD, seasonal affective disorder, you had to pay a lot of money for lights that were full spectrum like that. And now I think you can get them much easier and much less expensive. Amy's going to go make some tea. Don't start without me. Yeah, I'm just chit-chatting away here. Just chit-chatting away. Andrew said, I'll just work for Jamie, right? We won't have to compete. We'll just join forces, right? We'll see. We'll see, right? Maybe someday. I want a house somewhere else, too. Somewhere in a different climate. I think that would be nice. But those are like big dreams, right? Sometimes we spoil ourselves, but spoiling ourselves with a second home somewhere is... for those of you who can do it, that's amazing. That's wonderful. We're not there yet, but I'm not putting it. I'll manifest that. I'm not putting it. I'm not putting it away totally. Right. If I have the ability to do that, don't turn yourself away from that option. Right. That's what they say about manifesting things, and if you want something, think about it. If it comes to you, don't turn it away, or you're telling the universe you don't want it, right? That's the thing. You see a penny on the ground, pick up that penny. Otherwise, you're telling the universe you don't need money, right? It's just a penny, but it's money, right? Do you need the money? Do you want the money, or do you want to leave the money go for someone else? And that's kind of the whole point, like the whole idea behind the manifesting that I'm learning and looking at and reading and watching about. And I've been into this for a long time, but I fall in and out of it. But it's really about trying to train your brain, you know, to bring things to you, to allow yourself the possibilities. And like I said, you find a penny, you don't pick it up, you are telling the universe and telling yourself, you don't need that. I need that. I will take that penny, right? So that's kind of what I think. The second home, okay, let's let it flow, right? Let's let it flow. So Rebecca said, I need $5 and $10, fives and tens, right? But don't turn away those pennies, because you're turning away money, the idea of money, the idea in general, right? So don't turn away money. You see money, accept it into your life, right? Otherwise, you're saying to the world, no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to say no, thank you to that. Let's see here. Andrew said, when I lived in New York, they used to have light rooms and it was so expensive. So I went to tanning booths instead because it felt the same. But then I got the skin cancer. Yeah. So got to be careful about all that stuff, right? You got to be careful about that. All right. Is Amy back yet? Are you back yet, Amy? Let's see if she's back yet. I'm going to take a drink. And you'll probably see me with this water bottle a lot on here. I'm one of those people, like, I buy the bottle of water and I drink the water, and then I use this until it isn't able to be used anymore, and then I throw it out or recycle it. But yeah, I'm not just using plastic bottles over. Well, I'm not using new ones every time. So, because I always feel guilty about that. People see it and I'm like, no, there's juice water in here. Actually, there's a little bit of peach cranberry juice that flavors my water. So don't think I'm just, wasting bottles all the time. All right. Will the TGBE page be updated? It should be updated already. If you look in the announcement section, it should be. You may be seeing old things. Let me just look real quick. It should be. We made sure that everything was, unless something happened on Facebook. Ha! Wasn't that something? You're right. The main thing does show Fall Fest. How did we not notice that? We'll change that. We'll get that changed. Thank you for letting us know. That's wild. The website's right, though. The website is right. Yeah, I thought we changed that. Maybe it didn't stick, because I know we were talking about it. Sometimes Facebook doesn't stick, especially those banners. I've had a heck of a time trying to get the banner on my new page, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Sandra says, yes, I do love sea life. I went on a glass bottom boat with coworkers to coral reefs. It was so cool. I bet. I love that idea. Andrew noticed today that the banner is old. I could have sworn it was changed, but like I said, maybe it didn't stick, or maybe, who knows? Maybe no one changed it. It should be in the announcement section, though, the new one. And like I said, always at thegreatbeatextravaganza.com. I generally I update the website, so I try to make sure it's up to date. Sometimes I fall behind, but generally for the big things, I try to make sure. All right. Okay, Amy, we're trying to wait for you, but we got to get going. I finally ran out of things to talk about. I could keep going for forever, but we're going to get started. All right. So I'm going to show you the ceiling again, and I'm going to move this down closer to so I don't give away any secrets here with what we're doing. Amy is back. All right, good. Then I can feel better about getting started here. Whoops. See, are you still with me? I hope you're still out there. I accidentally, sometimes, on these iPhones, sometimes when you swipe up, the new ones, when you swipe up, you pop your applications. You know how you switch applications that way? Sometimes when I'm just swiping a little bit too close, I pop it up there, and every once in a while it cuts me off of the stream if I do that. Let's see here. No, I know, Amy, you didn't expect us to wait, but it's nice. It's nice, right? We knew you were going to come back, and I have plenty to talk about until somebody does. All right, so here's some things I found today. These are, like I said, I actually need to get my bags, and I need to get my bags, and I need to get my Sharpie, because we're going to look at these things, and I'm going to make up some of these prices on the fly. And so we're just going to take a look at them, and I don't know some of them what they used to be. Some of them I know what they used to be, or what the prices were. Some of them I don't even know. So we're going to make up some prices as we go. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully you like them, and hopefully you buy some of these. If you would like anything from this show, please send us an email, and I'm going to throw up the email there now so that you have it there. You can send us an email, or you can send us a message on Facebook. Please send it on Facebook, and please send it to the business Facebook, not my Facebook, not Andrew's Facebook. We don't check those messages very much. We don't do business stuff over there. So if you are looking for anything for the business, please message the business. All right. And now you're going to send a very good description of whatever it is you want. And I'm going to do the best to remember what I'm showing you today and make a little pile of it all. Yeah. All right. So first thing up, how about some little coral? Little tiny coral. And this strand was originally $6. How about we do $4 for you all? I have one strand of it. How about $4? I'm going to write that down on the bag so that I know what I quoted you all. Now, if no one buys this today, and remember, this is one of those things, this is good for like the next 24 hours, maybe 48 hours. I'm not going to hold this stuff very long, because if you all do not buy it, if you don't buy it, it's going on the store floor, and it's going back up to the original price. So once I have put it on the floor with its tags and done all that work, don't ask me for it at the sale prices, because the answer is no. So I hate to be that strict, but once this is done, this is, like I said, a bonus for all of you who watch our videos and follow us, Allegory Gallery, on Facebook. We're not streaming anywhere but our owned places, our design challenge group, our YouTube page, and our Facebook page. This is kind of a bonus. Once I put these on the floor, and like I said, that's going to happen probably in 1 to 2 days from now. Once that happens, the sell prices expire. All right. So $4. Andrew says, wow, we probably won't be buying any coral unless I find a cache of old stock. Yeah, we don't like to buy new coral. It's not, being endangered and being harmful buying coral. We're probably not going to be investing in a lot of coral unless, like Andrew said, we find somebody who has old stock, and then we'll buy that. So there you go. Sharon asks, how do you say yes to buying this? You send us an email or a message to our Facebook page, just like always on these lives. Well, most of the time on these lives now. It used to be always. Send us an email with the item description of what you want. So this, you would say coral strand. I think it's the only coral strand, but small orange coral strand, $4. And send that in an email to us or in a message to us. Now, I will say, we take everything first come, first serve, and we take everything at your word. If you send us a message for it, you are telling us if we have it, you are taking it, right? So don't send us a message of a bunch of things, and then when I write back to you, say we have all of these things for you, you say, oh, I only need 2 of them. Because what I've already done is told everyone else who didn't win those, who were later in line, that they missed out on those, right? So everyone misses out. So please only send us emails and messages about things that you will definitely take if they are available. Now, I know that's a little hard, because you could say, oh, I could be spending $100, or maybe they have nothing and I'm spending $20. My goal is to spend $50. Well, if your goal is to spend $50, don't spend over 50. That's all I can say. Or build in some little bit of room at the end of that. I know it's a little difficult, but this is the way we've always worked, and you all seem to be great with it. Sometimes new people are a little surprised that we're expecting them to buy everything they requested, and we do, because that's how we function. That's how these work. Because otherwise, other people miss out on it, and we don't want people to miss out on it, or it makes it twice as much work for me. In the sale that I just gave you, I spent more time than I should have, and that makes the sale worth less, right? Okay, so 1 strand of that coral available from $6 retail down to $4 if you want it. It'll go back up to $6 or possibly more. That $6 may have been a special price at 1.2. I have to look at the costing on that. Next up, let's see here. This one I have to get this off of here. Okay. Next up, what do we have here? I just found this stuff. Literally, I was finding it and throwing it on a desk. I should have organized myself a little more. But this is an 8mm strand of blue goldstone rounds. Man-made stone, but beautiful, right? Blue goldstone. Look at that sparkle in that. Now, these retailed originally for $8. So how about we say, let's do these for $6. $6 for this strand. Blue goldstone. This is an 8-inch strand, approximately 7.5, 8-inch strand. And we're going to do that. I got to write on here so I remember. $6 for that. If you want it, send us a message on Facebook to the business or email us. I put the email right there, info@allegorygallery.com. You can send us more than one email. You can send us an email for everything if you want, each thing individually, because they're time-stamped. And if you don't want to miss out, we don't want you to miss out. Okay? We don't want you to miss out. So don't be afraid to send multiple emails. You're not flooding, well, you are flooding our inbox, but we expect that during something like this. Next up. Let's see here. Next up are these beautiful mother of pearl shell beads. Now these are dyed, some of them. I don't know how they dye them necessarily. I don't know if it's just to get the color, but some of them are dyed. We've been told that they are possibly dyed. And they were originally $12. Let's do, how about $8? Let me write that down. $8. Okay. Teresa just made the last car payment and paid my house taxes today, so I know what I have left. Nice. That's awesome. Isn't that feel good? That feels so good. I know. It feels good to pay stuff off. I like to pay stuff off. I also like to buy things then too again, right? So, excuse me, $8 a strand on these. Beautiful beads. Yes, they're dyed. I don't know how much they're dyed. At least that's what we were told they're dyed. I'm guessing some of this pink in here because it looks like some of that pink, but really that doesn't look dyed. So I think they're not that dyed. They're not strongly dyed. So if you like those, only $8 a strand. I have a few of these available. I don't know if I found 4 or 5 of them. So if you like them, let us know. And I think $8 a strand is a really good deal. All right, so let me throw that back in the bag. Andrew's looking to manifest a hydraulic press. He wants a hydraulic press so bad. So bad. What do I have here? Ooh, these are big uns. These are big uns. Okay. Next up, we have faux turquoise. Faux turquoise. This is dyed. Now I'm blanking. I have magnesite. I don't think it's magnesite. It's I can't think of it now. Anyway, it's dyed. It may be turquoise actually that's dyed to look better, but it's a long strand of it. And this one this is like a double strand dyed halite. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. I believe this is dyed halite. Let's see here. And how about we do, let's do $12. How's $12 on that? $12 for a giant double strand. I know it's dyed. I know it's not turquoise, but if this were turquoise, that would be crazy expensive, right? If it were genuine turquoise, that pretty blue. So if you want one of these strands, I have, it looks like 3 strands only left. Found these in the back. Let's do $12 a strand on them. I think that's a really good deal, because I think normally that would be probably around $24. That's almost half price. It'd be probably between $18 and $24 if I put that on the store floor. Or actually if you don't buy it, it's going to go on the store floor. All right. So $12 a strand on that. Nice chips for those of you out there who like chips. I know there are some of you who love the chips. Let's see here. Amy says, we just went to Disneyland for the halfling's birthday, so I'm kind of broke, but you never know, there might be something I just have to have, right? Sometimes you find things you have to have. I do that a lot. Too much. Okay, next up. Ooh, these are pretty. I should have just put these, you know. I wanted to make this special for you. I was just about to say I should have just added these to the online store at full price because I'd probably get it. But I have 2 strands of 4mm Hessonite garnet. These are faceted rounds, beautiful Hessonite garnet. That's that brown garnet. Only 2 strands. They are full strands, meaning they're about 15 to 16 inches. Let me just put it up here so you can see all of this. I have the ruler to the side. Why? Just leave it there, right? So I want you to see these. Beautiful Hessonite garnets. Now, these are not inexpensive. They're a nice quality. I don't know what they were, but for you all today, let's do $25 a strand. Normally, this is probably a $40, $42 strand. What'd I say, $25 a strand? Let me write that down before I forget, because that's a crazy good price. $25 a strand. Beautiful Hessonite, 4mm faceted rounds, full strand, Hessonite garnet. $25 a strand, 2 strands available. Like I said, those are probably $40 strands right there. At least high 30s, if not more. All right. Let's see. I have some things I'm setting aside closer to the end yet. I like to keep some things for the end, right? Come on, let go. Let go. I have a few of these, obviously. They're not letting go of each other. These are nice, though. I like these a lot. These are 8-inch strands of, let's see, I think they're 4mm. Oh, Andrew said those might actually, what I said was dyed halite, might actually be dyed stabilized turquoise, because the color is different than dyed halite. I have bags of dyed halite here at the house, and they're way different. So whoever gets them might be getting a good deal. Yeah. So if you like those, They might be dyed stabilized. They do kind of have a look of turquoise. I always err on the side of caution. So, but they might actually be, there's some nuggety pieces in there that look like nuggety turquoise. But $12 a strand, so you might be getting a super good deal on that. Good deal either way. So this is 4mm smooth round matte rose quartz. That's a mouthful. 4mm smooth round matte rose quartz. And that's a half strand, so that's 8 inches. 8 inches of goodness there. And let's do on these, how about $6 a strand? How about $6 a strand? I think that's a good deal. These would probably be 8 to 12 normally. $6 a strand. Let me write that down. There you go. And of course, remember, rose quartz never looks as pink on camera as it does in person. We think Andrew came up with this a long time ago, and I think it's true. I believe because sapphire lenses are blue, they're slightly tinted blue on cameras, the sapphire glass that they make, I think it takes away a little bit of the pink. I think it takes a little bit of the pink. All right. So how's everyone liking this so far? Are the deals good? Do you think they're good? I hope they're good. I hope you're enjoying it. We have more. We have more coming. Like these. Like these. I have, I think, 3, maybe 2 of these. This is 4mm round, smooth round, polished sardonyx. 4mm smooth round, polished sardonyx. And I don't know if you can see, but these are pretty. There's like 1 or 2 strands of, well, there's at least 2 strands of these I see in there. And I'm just pulling from bags and boxes here. And this one, that's probably an $8 to $12 strand at least. Let's do $5. How's $5 on that? $5 a strand. This is an 8-inch strand. It's a half strand. So let's do $5 on the 4mm round, smooth round, polished sardonyx. Look how pretty those are. All right, I'm going to write that down. $5. Okay, and put it back in the bag. Back in the bag it goes. Remember, if you'd like to purchase anything from this video, you can take screenshots. That's always an option too. I didn't mention that this time, but you can take screenshots and send them to us. But please send them either to our email address that you see on screen or send them to our Facebook page as a message. All right. Debbie loves this. Awesome. Rebecca says great deals. I'm glad. Molly says great deals. Awesome. I'm glad you're liking these. Okay. Andrew said, we used to have a customer who was on fire for sardonyx, so I used to pick it up whenever I saw it in the off chance she'd want it. Yeah, you know, we get to know you all, and we form these close ties, and when we see things that we know, oh, this person might like, we oftentimes pick them up just in case. You never know, right? Excuse me. Let's see. What else do I have here? Oh, these are nice. These are, I shouldn't even give a deal on these, really, because honestly, they could be put online and probably sold quick. And I think I have 2 of them. Let me make sure. I do. Oh, but I'm going to do it anyway because I found them in the back, and that's what we're going to do. These are very nice quality. They don't mark the quality. I don't have the label. Very nice quality. I remember they come on these little leather pieces. This is, higher end. These are diamond cut rondelles. It's an 8-inch strand of diamond cut crystal. Well, not glass crystal, quartz. That's what I'm talking about. High end diamond cut quartz, faceted rondelles. And let me take this up so I can see. Whoops, doesn't help. You gotta see millimeters. These are about 5 by 7 millimeter. About 5 by 7 millimeter. Andrew said, if you have 2 strands, bring me home 1. Okay, so Andrew claimed 1. So there's only 1 strand of this now remaining. And I know that these were pretty expensive. I believe they were $35 a piece. My memory may be failing me, but they were somewhere in there. So I'm going to say, let's do this one for, I'm going to be safe for both of us. Let's say $30. $30 a strand. And I think that would be a great deal for that. $30 a strand. That's actually over. That's 8.5 inches for that strand. 8.5 inches. I want you to see this as up close as I can get and still focus on it. And that, I think Andrew said, that's a steal. So we're going to do $30 for these. I'm hoping I'm not, well, a few strands here and there are not going to bankrupt us. So even if I'm off on that, even if we're losing out on some of the money on that, that's okay. But I know these came in at a time when we were doing some higher end stuff. And I don't know how these went missing, but Lorraine, they're 5 by 7 millimeter. 5 by 7 millimeter for an 8.5 inch strand. Now, the hole size on them, they do have leather going through, so the size of the holes are slightly larger than maybe a normal bead. If you can see, I'm going to say there's enough, probably maybe wide enough for 2 millimeter leather. I'm not 100% sure though. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, these are gorgeous. $30, 1 strand, because Andrew loved them so much he can't let go of 2. So there's 1 strand available to whomever wants it for $30. And I got to write that down on the bag. Andrew says 1 strand is coming to me, so it breaks even, right? I don't know if that's how business works. When you absorb your own goods, I'd have to charge more actually to make that money back. So you all are getting a real good deal on that, right? Okay, let's see what we've got next. Let me cut one of these off the strand. They're 2 stuck together. These are 10 by 14 millimeter rose quartz ovals. 10 by 14 millimeter rose quartz ovals. Andrew says, don't worry, it's new math, right? These are approximately 8 inches. This one is just shy of 8 inches. Because they wouldn't, if they added another one, they would have gone over, which I think maybe they should have, because that's what we would do. But we always give a little extra. But this is an almost 8-inch strand. Marianne says, so Andrea is charged 50, right? That's better math. That makes more sense, except that comes out of our pocket anyway. So still not quite making it work. Still not quite. That is some new math, Marianne. Charge your husband for it as if it's coming out of another account, and then lower the price, right? But no, that's funny. 10 by 14 millimeters. 8-inch approximate strand of rose quartz. These are really pretty. I'm gonna say, let's do lucky number $13 on that. $13 for that strand. I think that's a really good deal. In store, we would definitely charge more than that. I'm trying to think of what I would charge in store for this stuff, and then discounting it for you all. Even though I don't have a lot of the prices, I don't have a lot of the costing right now. I have to look up a lot of this, which is why it's easier to do this right now than not. So let's do $13 on those. I think I have 2 of those available. If you want them, let me know. And that's really pretty, really pretty. It's not telling me, the vendor did not tell me that this was dyed, so I think this is natural. I think this is all natural. All right. It doesn't appear to be dyed. It's quite irregular. If it were dyed, usually they dye them much more uniformly than that. Okay, let's see what I've got here too. I have 8mm round large hole. Oh, these are nice. I didn't realize these were large hole when I pulled them. We need large hole in the store. But 8mm round large hole labradorite. This is approximately, again, an 8-inch strand. Again, it's about 7.5 inches. Not quite 8. So 7.5 inches. Large hole labradorite rounds. 8mm. Let's see, in store, these are that's probably an $18 strand. I'm gonna say let's do $13. How's $13 on that? It's not a super flashy labradorite. If it were, I would charge more. It's kind of a nice neutral, right? We talked about that gray color yesterday and how it shows off just about every other color really well. So let's do 13. What did I say? $13. Did I say $13? $13 on that. Oh, that lucky number 13 working good. All right. Bebop, baloo, bop. Okay. So sometimes in the store, strands of checked glass or strands of anything fall apart. And sometimes we catch all of them, sometimes we don't. I don't know if we caught all the beads in this strand. This was originally a $5 strand. And these are these beautiful little red and green or orange and green leaves. And the hole in these is right here. So it goes through up here. And so these ones, it was originally $5. Let's do $4. $4 so I don't have to restring it. And yeah, so let's do $4. Let me write that down. Only one of those available because it's just one broken strand. So if you like those leaves, show you a little bit of a close-up. They're really pretty. If you like those, $4. I know a lot of people like the leaves. Okay. Oh, I missed those. How about that? Okay, so we have the match to that other labradorite I showed you. We have the bigger sister strand, and this is 10mm large hole again. Large hole, 8-inch strand approximately. Let's see what they did. Yeah, nearly about 8. 8-inch strand, large hole, labradorite. What did I say on the other one? I said, where did I put it? $13. How about we do $15 for the big one? $15 for the big one. The big one has a little bit more character, I think, but I like them both. None of them, like I said, there's a little bit of flash there. None of them are super flashy, but they are a good neutral. And if you love labradorite, you'll love these anyway, right? So let's do $15 a strand. I'm going to write that down. because these would definitely be much more than that in the store, especially for large hole. Sometimes it's hard to get large hole beads, especially during the pandemic. So there you go. Remember, if you say you want the labradorite, be sure to let me know if you want the 10 millimeter or the, what was the other one? The other one was it 6? 8. 8 or 10 millimeter. All right. I have one strand. This is beautiful. One strand of matte Amazonite that I found. Matte Amazonite. As you can see, all of these things could just go in the online store, but I wanted to offer them to you here at good prices first. These are all great strands. This is not like junk. We didn't find junk in the back and decide to get rid of junk. We found good stuff and decided to offer you here at good prices. So this is 8 millimeter round matte Amazonite. Look at that color. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And let's see, this is just, yeah, this is an 8-inch strand. This would probably be $12 to $15 if I did it in the store. Let's do it for $8. Let's do it for $8. Boy, I'm giving away the shop. $8 right now. You have a day or two to claim that for $8 if it's still available. If somebody hasn't already sent me a message for it, Rebecca may be out there sending a message. Getting out there, sending a message. Who knows? Who knows? I don't leave my messages on. Sandra says she got one of these. It's gorgeous. Good. Good. I hope I'm giving a good deal then. I don't know. I hate when people buy things and then I sell them for cheaper, but I hope you got a good deal on it too, Sandra. We'll do these for $8. If I did these during a good deal time before, maybe it was the same price. Who knows? But I can't imagine. $8, that's a good price. Like I said, that's probably at least a $12 to $15 strand in store. What is this? What is this? Ooh, Rainbow Moonstone. Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. I guess I should show you, huh? Guess I should show you. Let me just get it all organized here a little bit. This is natural Rainbow Moonstone. These are approximately 12 millimeter by 8 millimeter faceted ovals. 12 millimeter by 8 millimeter faceted ovals. Look at how pretty that it looks like the snow we have out there. It's sparkling like the snow does on the on the branches of trees after a nice crispy snow. Now I believe this is a 12-inch strand. This is just over 12 inches. See, they gave a little extra. You can't see that. But there's the size of the strand right there. You still can't see that, right? Let me move it. There's the size. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful Rainbow Moonstone, natural Rainbow Moonstone, 12 millimeter by 8 millimeter faceted ovals. Oh, this is probably like a $32 strand at least. I want to give you all a good deal. How about $24? How about $24? I'm going to write that down. Like I said, that's at least a $30-some strand, if not more. What did I just say? $24? Is that what I said? Let's do $24. I think that's a gorgeous strand for 24 bucks. Look at it. You see some of that blue hit there? Oh, I love Moonstone. I really do. I really, really do. One strand only available. One strand only. $24 if you want it. Send us that message. Send us the screenshot or the description. $24. Whew. And if you don't, that's going to be at least probably 36, 38, maybe 42 in the store, because that's pretty in person. Pretty. But I hope one of y'all take it, because y'all deserve nice things for good prices, right? And we try and do that all the time, but this is like extra. This is like extra. Now, I also have this. This is a glass strand. It's just cubed glass. I think it's super cool. Just a fun strand. And I'm going to give you a super good price, $6. How's $6 on that? $6 for that glass strand. That's crazy good price. Let me find a bag for that. It wasn't even in a bag. I don't know if it's going to fit in that bag. I'm going to put it into these bags. And I'm just going to say $6 on that. And it's somebody's if they want it. Sandra said, I just bought an $80 Moonstone strand, but it was 12 millimeter high-end AAA. That Moonstone is a steal. Yes, that's good stuff. It doesn't have a grade on it that I can see that the original... No, they didn't grade it, but that's nice. That's beautiful. There's a lot of that beautiful white in there, not a lot of the black. Truly a good deal, I think. Okay, now we have some head pins. I know you say, what? Head pins? These are from Rita Schneck. They are Artisan head pins. I'm going to show you these. Okay. So if you send us a message for these, let us know that you're claiming from batch 1 of the head pins. This is going to be batch 1. All right. And let us know. You're probably going to have to take a screenshot of these. That's probably how we're going to have to do this so that I can see exactly what you want. So I'm going to hold them here very still so that you can take a screenshot if you want. These head pins, Artisan head pins, I'm going to do these. I think these were $5 a piece. I'm going to do these for $3 a piece for you all. $3 a piece. How's that? That's a crazy good deal. Crazy good deal. All right. So you've had enough time, hopefully, to get that screenshot. If you want those, $3 a piece on those. Artisan head pins. Artisan head pins. And let me see here. I'm just looking something up. Okay, what's next? What is next here? Okay. Andrew said that's less than what we paid. I told you, you're going to get some good deals here. You're going to get some good deals. Sometimes some very good deals. Next up. Sandra says you're giving away the store, right? Next up, we have this version. This is batch 2. If you'd like anything from batch 2, let me spin these a little bit so you can see them. Batch 2. These are a little bit more ornate. And I'm going to say, let's do these ones for $6 a head pin. Let's do these for $6 a head pin on these. All right. So the first, we said 3. These ones go up to 6 because these are a little bit more ornate. All right. So there you go. Only 3 of those available, $6 each. Definitely would be charging, as Andrew is letting everyone know, much more than that in this store. Okay. Yeah, usually Andrew's the one. He said that's usually what I do. I've been spending too much time with him. I'm giving things away. So those are $6 each if you wanted any of those. Now we're going to move on to some big uns, and I'm going to have a number of big uns. I don't know the best way to do this, but I'm going to lay them out, and you can take a screenshot. I'm going to say, I think these big ones we were selling, I can't remember. I want to say they were 15 each. I want to say 15 each. How about we do 12? 12 for any of these. I'm just going to lay them out here. We'll lay them out. I'll show them to you, and then we'll lay them out. How's that? Because this is laying them out and then picking them up again doesn't make any sense. So here's this one. That's going to be the first one. Here, I'm going to hold them like this. So you can take, if you want to take a screenshot of that, take it now, because this is the easiest way for me to see it later. All right. These are 12 each. 12 each. Okay. Don't take a screenshot when they're down here. Get it up here. And get it to, well, if it would focus. Oops. Finally get it to focus and then drop one. So here's this one. This is a pretty kind of pink and brown. Only $12 each. I think these were 15 each in the store. I could be wrong, but I think they were at least that. Here's this one. Trying to give you that time to take a screenshot while they're up. Andrew says, I start tapping my foot so hard when I pack mystery boxes. Yeah, Andrew throws a lot in those mystery boxes. Sometimes I'm like, it hurts sometimes. So if you've gotten a mystery box, you're very lucky, because we're both in a generous mood right now, which is means those mystery boxes are probably going to be chock full of good things. If you haven't, I think there might be a few big ones left and a few little ones left. The little ones are a mystery inspiration kit. So they're just a small mini inspiration kit or mystery inspiration kit. The big ones, though, are what we normally have for our mystery boxes. Those are the big boxes. They're $75, and I think there are a few available. These are super pretty in real life. Super pretty in real life. Do y'all like these? Should I keep going, or are you just not? Does no one want any of these? Because I have 2 more bags of these. So if you're not interested in these, let me know now and I'll just stop and we'll move on to something else. But I think at $12 each, these are beautiful, beautiful head pins. Diane says, I love Rita leaves. I hope we're doing a good price on these. I hope these are a good price. From what I remember, they are. I hope my memory's not failing me. Sandra says, keep going with these. Good. I hope you like them. This one I love, 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 love. This light blue. Andrew says, one thing I'm going to say is not to use your good cutters when you trim the wires. Yeah. Don't use good cutters. Use your memory wire cutters or some old cutters if you have to trim these. This one's beautiful too. I guess that's the same one. I was looking at both sides. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's nice on both sides. Only $12 each. Look at that deep, deep cobalt blue. Let me stop spinning it so you can get a good picture, or else I'm just going to get a picture that looks like a blur and I won't know what you're trying to request. All right. So there they are. Let me hold that one a little longer because I did stop a little early. Okay. So that's the first bag of them. Now if I can get them back in the bag. They're in such tiny little bags. Because I think we did these, like I said, I think they were $15 in the store. So $12 for you all. Artisan things are always harder to give a super discount on because the markup is smaller, right? But we try our best. We try our best. And these have been sitting in the back for a while. I don't know why. They just have. So here's the next one. $12 as well on these. I'll flip it so you can see both sides. Get your screenshots now. This is a nice black and white. Would go really well with that sardonyx we had earlier, right? Andrew said, I got these a few years ago when I saw her in Arizona. Yeah, we've had these for a few years sitting on a shelf, apparently. I think my plan was to add them to our Etsy store back then, and then because we did some artisan stuff there, and then I just never did. I kind of fell out of Etsy, so some of that Etsy stuff got pushed to the side. Again, $12 each. Rita leaves. Beautiful head pins. Take a screenshot if you like them. Send us that screenshot to info@allegorygallery.com or send us a screenshot to our Facebook Messenger on our Facebook business page. Love this brown. Looks like some gray on the edge. Beautiful. Might be a light purple. That one's really pretty. I love that gray blue, that stormy blue. Talk about gray skies and stormy, right? That's a beautiful one right there. Diane said, I was just going to say she's an Arizona gal. Nice. Very nice. And last one in this bag is this. Light purple with brown. Translucent one. All right. So there are those. Get your screenshots. If you have to rewatch the video to get them, you can do that as well. Those are going to be $12 each. And one more bag. One more bag of them. But wait, there's more, as Andrew would say. These are a little bit bigger, some of them, but I'm going to do them for the same 12 each. There's the first. I love this. I love this one, the little pod. I love the pods. I think that's the only one other than the smaller ones that I showed you earlier. Starting to focus out. There we go. Andrew's talking about buying in parking lots, right? Who hasn't bought beads in a parking lot? Are you a beader if you haven't bought beads in a parking lot before? Oh, the things you get into at a show, right? Beautiful. I love this color combo. I know I can take those screenshots pretty quick, but I'm leaving them up here for any of you who are not used to it. All right. Only $12 each on special. Only for 24 hours or 48 hours maybe. I'll give you a little bit of time to claim these, but after that they go to the store floor. Since I've found them and I'm uncovering them, I'm going to put them out for sale. So store floor, after this they'll go up to regular retail. If you don't claim them by then and you ask me a week from now if I still have them, and I do, the price will have gone up. All right, so get them now if you like them before I have to do all the work to get them on the store floor. Andrew said the weirdest place I bought beads was in a motel bathroom. Oh my. Oh my. I'm trying to point the most kind of descriptive side to the camera so that when you do send me a screenshot, Facebook has been doing this thing where screenshots are coming across very small and they don't allow them to be blown up anymore. So I'm trying to make sure that the most descriptive side of these is pointing toward me so I can tell them apart. But this is now batch 5. So that also helps if you let me know batch 5. Fran says those are really beautiful. They are, and only 12 bucks for a handmade thing. I think that's amazing. And the last one that I have, this is actually a blue one too. Let me, deep blue, cobalt blue. All right, there you have it. $12 each if you'd like them. That's a special. They'll probably go up to about 15 or so on the store floor if no one claims any of them or claims them, period. I'm going to try and keep these in the order that I did them. What am I doing here? And I forgot to write the prices on the bags, which is not going to help me remember anything, right? Okay. Okay. I think that's the order I did them in. Should have paid more attention to myself, but I'll figure that out later. If anybody claims any of them, may not have anybody wanting any of those. Okay. Let's see here. Next up, how about some box clasps? Antique silver box clasp. And I think these are antique, not just vintage. They're older. Beautiful box clasp. As you can see, $30 was the price on them. I could easily still charge that, but how about we say 24? How about we say 24 on that? If that works for you all, $24. And I have another one. I believe these, I have 2 of these, and I think this is onyx. I'm pretty sure It's not obsidian. I'm pretty sure it's onyx. This was $18. How about we do 15 on that? This has the gold on it. It does come out. I'm just trying to do this on camera, which is always harder than anything else. $18. Let's do 15 on that if you want it. Cute little box clasp. Do y'all still use box clasps? Do you like them? I think they're beautiful. Donna, you can use a box clasp exactly like any other clasp. There's a hook here and there's a hook here. It just pops out that way, and they can fit more in it, being a box clasp. Susan's asking sterling or base metal. Andrew will have to answer that one because he got these from a vintage dealer, one of our vintage dealing friends. I don't see them stamped, but they're also covered with labels. See, Andrew said sterling. I thought they were, but I didn't want to say anything, not knowing. So this was $23. Let's do $18 on that one. Let's do $18 on that one. Whoops, as I drop it. Yeah, the gold ones are very lightly gold plated. But you can use them just like any other toggle clasp. One side of your necklace or bracelet there, the other side there. And you just join them together. And they lock in place. All right. So 23 on that one, down to 18. Sandra says, would you mind showing the blue one again? No, I can show that. So this was originally 30, and we're doing 24 on that. Penny comparison. It's just about the size of a penny. It's a little bit smaller. Okay. And if you do like these, I probably have more. I just have to look for them. Okay, next up. I have this Gollum Studios cab. It does have a little chip, but I don't think that would injure your use if you're if you're surrounding it with something. Normally these are probably about 28 or so with the chip. Let's do with the chip. Let's just do $12. If you want it, $12. And like I said, here's the way the corner looks. You'll know best if you do that kind of work, if your beads would cover that okay. But let's do $12 on that. I didn't even notice it was chipped until I just now. So there you go. I love Gollum stuff. Next up, we have something from Andrew. Andrew made these Abracadabra pendants. They're done on the wood that we cut with our laser and then engraved, and then Andrew hand painted each one of these. He only made a very limited number of these, I think. Very limited number. And I think, I want to say they sold for 18. So let's do 12 on this if you like this. Abracadabra. Let's do 12, show you the size. It is approximately 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. 1.5 by 1.25. Abracadabra. Let's do $12 on that. I think they were, I don't know what, I think they were 16 when we sold them. I don't even know if we sold them. Andrew may have made them as special things. Andrew said it basically means to manifest what you speak. Talk about manifestation, right? This popped up when I start talking about that stuff and thinking about it. It was used as a healing charm, particularly in plague times. So there you go. $12 if you want that. And then we're getting near the end here. I have these Obsidian Needles from Oregon, and they make a nice sound, right? I love that sound. Now, some of these are larger, some are black, some are this pretty brown, some have a little bit of both. Some are small, some are large. So you can see difference here. I'm just going to say, if you want any of these, let me know the color and the general size, small, large, medium, black or brown with black, right? And I'm going to say $5 each if you want any of these. For any of you out there who may do wire wrapping or could use these even for your altars, these are from Oregon here in the US. Andrew made one of the Abracadabra pendants for Shelley from Lotus Beads because we had a lovely conversation about manifestation. He said, I don't think we sold them because folks kept asking me to paint the pendants and would get all affronted when I said they could paint them themselves. Yeah, we don't often sell Andrew's painted pendants. A lot of times they're just made as samples. So that may have been a sample. So there you go. Sample sell now, right? So there's the Obsidian Needles, and $5 each if you want one. Any size you pick. It's up to you. We have those available. And next up, we have Saki bronze buttons. Now, I think these were set to the side because we were doing some of those bracelets, the wrap bracelets, and these are perfect for using as a closure. Saki does not make buttons anymore. This is Saki bronze from the Saki Silver Company. They do not make buttons anymore. I hate to even sell these. But hey, these are $4 each for Saki bronze buttons. $4 each. If you like them, you can claim them. I'm going to put them in a bag now with the price. And if not, they will definitely be bought up here in no time, most likely. Because we sell a lot of these for those, like I said, for bracelet closures. Just to stick the button through a loop. Done and done. All right. Saki bronze, $4 a button if you're interested in those. Andrew said those are a rare find, right? Okay, next up, we have, yeah, we bought the last of those Saki buttons that she had. I kept begging her. I'm like, do you have any more? Can you find me any more? Because we were doing a lot of those classes at that time, and they were perfect. And so that's what we have found what's left. I thought they were all gone. So we have these pearl knotted, these are knotted pearl, I'm going to say necklaces. Let's see, 12, 24, 36 times 2, which is what, 72 inch 72-inch necklaces that have mostly pearls with some crystal. They are knotted. These are finished necklaces. Now I have this one, and then I have... Oh, let me see here. Is that the same one? No, this is the different one. This is the different one. Let me get it untangled here because they're knotting up on me as we speak. Knotting up on me as we speak. Flapper style, as Andrew said. So I have one of the dark, this one, and I have two of the light one here. Now there are a lot of pearls in here. So whether you're buying them for the pearls or them themselves, I think the light one is just a tad shorter, okay? Maybe by about 6 inches or so. In any case, there's a lot of pearls on here. There are full necklaces. And for you all, like I said, you could take these apart or you could use them as is. It's up to you. For you all, I would normally probably do about $129 on these in the store. Let's say $72. Let's say $72. That's a pretty crazy good price. $72. They are approximately 72 inches. It's like $1 an inch. It's like $1 an inch. And it may just be the way I measured that last one. They're supposed to be, yeah, this one's 72. I think it's just the way I measured it because I'm on camera. It's weird working behind a camera. So it's pretty much $1 an inch, $72 for 72 inches. All right. It is so much work to knot them, as Andrew said. These are all, you can see, knotted in between. So at that price, use them as a necklace, use them as the beads, freshwater pearl, beautiful. All right. So like I said, $72 each. If you're interested in those, let me know if you want the light or the darker, or if you want all of them at that price. I'd be a little bit tempted to get them all, even if I were going to cut them up and use them. It's a lot of work to knot them, but there's also a lot of pearls in there for $72. $72 might buy you 2 or 3 strands at most from our other collection. And like I said, these are probably going to go up to about $129 or more when they hit the store. All right. As Andrew said, they are freshwater for anyone asking. If these were saltwater Tahitian, they would be thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. Okay. Next up and last up for today. We're going to let you go here soon. We're already into the 2-hour mark. Sorry about that. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're enjoying this. We have Roman glass pendant. This is a pendant made of Roman glass, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. We have this one, and I have another one I'm going to show you. This one, let's do $24 on that one. $24 on that one. That's a steal. Beautiful little Roman glass pendant. Let me show. Whoa, as it rolls away. Needs some polishing up and things. It's been in the back for, like I said, a while. So $24 on that. And then, and I know why this one was set aside in the back at one point, because I was thinking about keeping it myself. Roman glass pendant. Yeah, I think these are sterling too. They're not marked, but I think if I remembering that we were told they were sterling. This one, let's do 38. I think that's a really good deal for that. $38 on that one. They will be more if you all don't take them. They'll go up in price. But for you all, $38 for the next day or two. The next day or two. I think I was keeping this one aside from me. Maybe I couldn't decide, so I put them both aside. But I'm willing to let them go if there's someone out there that loves them as much as I did. Cynthia says, I like that color. Me too. You do not see it like that very often. Cleaned up, polished, transparent like that. Beautiful. Almost has like a wood grain going down this. That's lovely. So $38 for that one. Andrew said, if no one claims the big one, bring it home. Bring it home. All right, my friends, that is all for this Friday edition of Live at 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me switch this camera around really quickly here so you can see me again. And let's move this up. Hi. Hello, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you did, because if you did and you really like it and you want to do more like this, if you thought the prices and the deals were good enough, I have more stuff laying around that we can do like this if you want, that there's no kind of rhyme or reason to it, just that it's here. It doesn't have a place yet. Sometimes they are one-offs or like some of these 2 or 3 offs. And it's easier to do this than to go through the work of labeling them and getting them into inventory and all that. So yeah, if you like this and you thought it was good, then hopefully you liked it. Hopefully we'll do more. All right. Andrew says, yeah, let's keep playing knockouts so we can move less stuff, right? We have lots of stuff to move over to the cottage. And the more we sell here now like this, the less we have to carry it over there just to sell it again, right? So if you like this, please let us know. Leave it in the comments that if you decided to pick something out, please leave a comment saying, I picked something out, just so that we know how many people took advantage of this sale and how many people enjoyed doing this. That'll really help us be able to filter through the comments pretty quickly. And someone out there, yes, please do this found around the store format again. Susan had fun. I always do. And said, I already bought 2 things just here at the end. Awesome. Somebody's out there going to pick something out. Nice. So I hope, like I said, hopefully you liked it. There was something I was going to say. You can kind of tell I'm saying the same thing over because I'm trying in my head to figure out what I was going to say, but I don't know. If you want to follow my new page, it's William Tries Things, facebook.com/William Tries Things. And you can follow me there. I'd really appreciate it. As I said, it's kind of a journal for myself, but I want to document my progress, and I want to speak with people who are going through the same thing right now. You're trying to make a change, maybe. I'm trying to get up earlier. I'm trying to meditate more. I'm trying to calm my mind more. I'm working on this, just these things. Exercise a little more, maybe. We'll see. But the whole point in William Tries Things is for me to try new things. And it's going to be geared toward, like I said, that mental health and thing right now. But in the future, like whenever we took the pottery class, I will be trying to document taking that pottery class for the first time, for example. So as I try new things, whatever they are, I will start documenting them and showing them to you and kind of doing them with you. And if you are in the mindset to do them with me, you can absolutely do that. Lena says mandolin videos. Yes, that would be one thing. As I try to learn my mandolin, I will be filming it for probably no one's benefit at first, especially. No one wants to probably hear a bad mandolin being played, or a mandolin being played badly. Let's say that. It's a nice mandolin, but being played badly. But yes, as I do things like that, I will be starting to try to film them. maybe do some lives as I do them, you know, just because I think it's fun. And Andrew says I'm gonna skip those. See, he doesn't even want to watch the mandolins. But I do. I always come back to this point that I think people, often we tell ourselves that we're not good at something far too quickly. And my whole thing is that I do believe that you should not say you're bad at something until you've tried it long enough and put enough effort into it that probably the average person would have been good at it by now, right? You have to put in that effort. You have to put in those hours. Otherwise, you can't say you're not good at something. So that's the whole point. As I started thinking about that aspect, and that kind of, it just came to me one day that kind of quote, that you can't say you're bad at something until you've tried it enough that you should be good at it. And so once that came to mind, it kind of brought upon this whole thing that, why don't I try new things, and why don't we try them together? How can I try them with other people, or even if they just want to watch, or if they want to do it with me? So that's the whole point of William Tries Things, is that um, I want to do it kind of publicly. Of course, there will be moments that are not going to be public about it. But I want to try to go through that. I also have read so much about how keeping yourself, um, what's the word? Not responsible, but having other people watch you and having other people cheer you on keeps you honest and keeps you trying, right? So I I wanted to do that, and I wanted to find a way to do that. And I know there are some other people out there who do things like that, but I hope that this is a little different. I hope that the community that we've already built will also be interested in some of this and doing some of this. Accountable. Thank you, Amy. Holding yourself accountable by putting it out there, putting it publicly. So that's what I'm hoping. I know Suzanne, I don't know if you're still out there. Suzanne, went off with because my hashtag is William Tries. I might have changed that to William Tries Things, because that's my URL and that's everything now. William Tries was taken already by a number of different people in different platforms. So William Tries Things, but Suzanne has done Suzanne Tries and done hashtag Suzanne Tries. And if you check that hashtag, you'll probably see some of her jewelry pieces and some of the things that she's done. So I'm excited about that, because she went off and running on it even before I mainly did. And I love that. I love that, you know, that effort and that inspiration. And so that's what I'm hoping, is that we can kind of vibe together and try these different things. And if you are trying something, use your name, hashtag your name, and say Tries Things, and we'll all use that same kind of idea for the hashtag. And I think it'll be wonderful to have a bunch of people out there just trying new things for the heck of it, just because it's fun. We don't have to be good at them. I'm sure through this whole process, as long as it goes, I don't know how long, but hopefully it goes for a while, you will see me do things that I'm absolutely terrible at to begin with. But that's kind of the fun part. I'm kind of looking forward to that, because I think in doing something terribly publicly, it tears down that barrier even in your own mind, that you're supposed to be good at it or something, right? It's okay to be terrible at something when you first start. It's absolutely okay. And in a lot of things, you should be terrible when you first start, right? So that's what I'm hoping for. Debbie says, I really like that idea, William. Maybe I will try some things with you. I hope you do. I really do. I hope you all join. I hope you all do terrible things with me, or do them terribly. We don't want to do terrible things. We want to do things terribly, to start, and then we'll all work on getting better at things, right? We'll all laugh together. We'll have fun together. I'm going to create a group based on the page as well. As Andrew says, destigmatize, right? Destigmatize, and don't make it so, don't make yourself, and don't allow yourself to be so harsh to yourself, right? That's really what it comes down to, because we're all so hard on ourselves these days, and the days and the nights are hard enough on us, right? Life can be hard. And so I think that by allowing ourselves this freedom to be terrible at something and to just give it a shot, I feel like we'll tear down a lot of barriers, between each other. For all the people doing it, we'll get to know each other really well, I think. And we'll laugh about how terrible we were at first. And hopefully we do get better if we spend more time at it, or hopefully you just find something that you absolutely love that you never knew. That's what I'm hopeful for. I'm hopeful for the good times. Cynthia says, I love this idea. Trying things can be fun. I absolutely agree. We're only here for a very short time, right? On my page, actually, I just shared something that talks about the universe and how I forget what it is. Let me look it up because it's so, it was so perfect. Sorry, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to make you wait if you're still here watching along. But I shared it, and it is really, so it says the last stars will die out 120 trillion years from now, followed by 10 to the 106th years of just black holes, right? So if you condense that, it's like the universe starting with 1 second of stars and then a billion, 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 billion years of black holes. That's a lot. That's a long time compared to 1 second. They say stars are basically the immediate after effects of the Big Bang, a 1 second sizzle of brightness before settling into eternal darkness. And it says, we live in that one bright second. So I think, that was perfect for what I'm trying to do. And I think that's perfect. A perfect way to think about things is that we have this one bright second, right? And we're so hard on ourselves and we're so hard on each other for this one bright second. Why not have some fun? Why not play around? Why not take everything a little less seriously and just allow ourselves to, enjoy the moment? So that's what my page is hopefully going to be about. That's kind of where I'm going with it. So I hope you'll follow William Tries Things, facebook.com/William Tries Things, or William Tries Things on Instagram as well. I don't know how much I'll be on Instagram, but it's there if you want to follow that way as well. And also, Andrew, he says, we're only here for that one bright second. Why not get a hydraulic press? Yeah, there's something to that, maybe, right? Maybe something to that. Yeah, I'm not going to answer that now, but but I do really. I think that I do think that it's something that a lot of us I see out there, and I see by talking to a lot of you that it could be what you need and what I need. So hopefully you'll join along. Now, I'll also make a quick plug for Andrew's page. If you have not followed him on Facebook, Andrew Thornton Artist on Facebook. Follow his artist page. Andrew and I probably are going to, well, at least me, I know, I'm going to be pulling away a little bit on my personal Facebook page. And it's already a lot of just mostly friends. I don't generally friend people unless I know them really well or have met them in person. So I think that I'm going to be pulling away and making my personal page more personal. So this is going to allow me to be more public with things that I've done, right? Andrew said, I'd done pulled. He's pulled away already. So please, this is my kind of outward facing page now. So William Tries Things. Andrew's is Andrew Thornton Artist. Look up Andrew Thornton Artist on Facebook and you'll find him there. And that's his kind of outward facing Facebook page from now on. So yeah. Andrew says you can try with me making stuff on a hydraulic press. See, he's gonna get his hydraulic press one way or another. Hopefully by that's by affording it, because even though we're one bright second, the tax man and the bank are still here with us for a little while. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful start to your new year. I know some people are having a rough time, and our hearts and our good energy go out to them. We'll work on that abracadabra and manifesting good things for us all out there. So we do hope you follow us wherever we are. Follow what speaks to you. If it's just the Allegory Gallery Design Challenge group you want to be in, join that. If you'd like to see our personal pages, William Tries Things or Andrew Thornton Artist, join those. If you just want to follow Allegory Gallery, just follow Allegory Gallery, whatever your heart leads you to. But I hope you'll be in this community with us. I hope you enjoy being here, and I hope we do great, great things together in whatever way we're doing them. Let's just have fun. Let's take each other, take ourselves a little less seriously. Let's, show the love and show the support to one another. And let's make something great this 2022. I have a very positive feeling about this year. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to go on. None of us do. But I do really feel like 2022 could be a very good year for us all. I think it's a year of change. I think people are tired of, being stuck. And I think it's going to bring about a lot of positive things. And so I hope you'll join us. All right. Andrew and I both hope you'll join us. And we'll see you back here on Monday. All right, everyone. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And, stay safe out there. Be happy. Bye now.